after being gone for 2 days. I don't know what to say besides that, honestly. YouTube Studio is still hiccuping, and now even when I don't have the model active, it's still doing the same issue of blinking green, which it might have been doing all along, but when I was viewing it, it wasn't. Now it is. I don't know how to fix that. I could probably look up how to fix that. I should have looked up how to fix that. I didn't see. I just kind of gave up. I figured, oh, it's my camera now. It's YouTube Studio, because I didn't see it doing it till now, till literally right before hitting stream, and then I was like, oh, it's still doing this. I am a little bit tired. My shifts are still really messed up, and they broke up my breaks very, very haphazardly in the form that I don't know how to explain it, but it was very poor management. But hey, what do we do? We're gonna start in. I've done nothing to support this. The kings of Davern and Atana make an alliance treaty to join forces against Rodovia. Kim, I'm overwhelmed by the beauty of my new wife here. I'll enjoy the company, I'm sure. And damn it. Can someone help the young prince? It's just nervousness, that's all. Oh, no need. I'm up. Like I said, company, my wife, yes, here's to that. Forgive me, Mother said I should make some kind of speech. I wasn't sure what to say. I hope I didn't offend you. You look, that's an interesting choice dress, by the way. Oh. I wouldn't let you marry someone inappropriate. You know that, right, Ursulia? A bit clumsy, to be sure, but he will grow out of that. Mm-hmm. Your Grace, men from Mordovia. You didn't manage to clear their posts? I hope this is nothing serious. A nearby village was raided. They kidnapped the blacksmith's children. I'll have my general check this out as soon as I have time. Yes, Your Grace. Oh. I'll be on my way, if you will excuse me. Palace. Both the Rodovians. This seals the deal, Eric. You get the army. I get full access to the archives. Wasn't sure if you would honor our bargain, Eric. Why did you think that? You're a family man, aren't you? I didn't think you would want to let your daughter leave the nest just yet. Believe me, the other option didn't seem any better. And the party went on. Everyone was busy eating, fancy food, drinking. I didn't get to finish that. I looked everywhere for him. I looked for him everywhere. I've stirred up every pot, even in the kitchen. Don't worry, Sidani. We'll find him. Don't worry, we'll find him, Sidani. This salad looks surprisingly flavorsome. What is it? A Calidase recipe? Huh, did you see her dress? She could have worn a rag and you wouldn't have been able to tell the difference. These snails are extremely undercooked. What snails? That's not part of the menu. Smudge! Party went better than anyone expected. Listen, I think I've wasted... I spent enough time with the guests. I really do need to get back to the archives, so if you don't mind, I will take my leave, Eric. Talus, ha, Your Grace. Leaving so early? Toast, toast. Drink at least one more with us. See? Perfect timing, Your Grace. Will I get some peace after that? To the young couple. Until the ill-fated toast, that is. Eric, do something. Move. Talus was on the ground before anyone had a chance to react. He's not, is he? Father. Your grace. Father. How could you? Eric, how should you ever allow for this to happen? Eric, you have accommodated us in your castle, which we are grateful for, but this is beyond our beliefs. You failed as a host, and are responsible for the events of tonight. The king of Atana, Talus, is dead. Ivo, you're Talus' only son. You have no choice but to take the burden of the crown upon yourself. Go ahead, Ivo. Eric, I can't believe this. Leave me no choice. As the new king of Atana, my first order is to withhold the armies that my father promised to you. You will also return the gold. Eric, the king of Davern, you are responsible for Talus' death unless otherwise can be proven upon a royal trial. Until then, Davern will not receive support from Atana. Rasulia, pack your things. We're taking my father home. Wait, no, you can't do that. Your Grace, the wedding is over. The vows were said, the marriage still stands. Have courage, my darling. Kingdom has agents available for hire. They'll be listed here. Yeah, you need to pay them. Of course I'll have Stan. Stan's the one person to never betray me. So now we need to figure out who killed Talus. His son seems like the biggest choice. And that's all I can recall, Your Grace. Considering how much I drank that night, it's quite remarkable I remember anything. Thank you for your time, Lord Etten. Your version of events will definitely prove useful to the investigation. And we are glad your daughter has been found safe and well. I think we have examined all the guests, Your Grace. We haven't heard anything out of the ordinary. Talus soldiers were the main bulk of our army. Solving the murder case will surely convince Ivo to aid us in battle. Whoever did poison Talus must have planned it out to the smallest detail. If you find any leads, do let me know, Your Grace. Talus wasn't anyone's favorite person, but you need to have a very good reason to murder the King of Atana. You mustn't lose focus on our main goal. However, Redovia won't wait for us to resolve this. In this situation, we shan't rely on Ivo's army. We need to seek help from other lords in case we can't convince Ivo in time. As for the army, we will need to reach out to neighboring lords. Make allies. Sign treaties. Sounds like you're in quite a pickle, Your Grace. You're still here? Speaking of allies, treaties, etc., I have a hefty army waiting for orders. I can throw in some extra gold and supplies to aid you too. 230 men and 6 gold. That would be great, thank you, Lord Etten. Not so fast, Your Grace. Can't simply give everything away for nothing, now can I? Yours from Pendle, Your Grace. He stopped delivering spices to my associates in Bronca. Turmeric, caraway, anise. Food's as bland as hell without all these. Persuade lures to renew the deliveries, and my men will aid you in the battle, Your Grace. See what can be done. Very well, Your Grace. Now that's a start. We should invite lures over, see what we can do. We've also marked areas of interest on the map. Might be worth checking them out. Maybe we can find a piece of gold or two. We don't know when Redovia will I can't speak. We don't know when Redovia will show up, but we need to start preparing for the battle as soon as possible. I've made a note of things we can do on our weekly summary, Your Grace. We should be able to deny payment for our agents. We can't expect them to work if you don't pay them, but at least we can save a coin. Maintaining our army will also cost us supplies. It only gets more difficult from now on, Your Grace. Oh, and here are the petitioners. Perhaps the servant will shine some light on the case. Alright. So, we do have some nearby areas. Just a couple. But I think we have to, yeah, we have to send the general. Some more provide extra gold in addition to their army offer, which would be great. Which profile. Blurs makes the most sense to start with. From there, probably Lena. If I had to guess. Because she gives some good stuff. And probably Masha. Anyone who gives like a little bit of everything is not that bad. But we should start with Lurs. So that we can get Lord Etten. Because presumably that means together they kind of do it. Alright. So, what do you want, Audrey? Investigation progress. I prepared a table for you with the overview of all of our evidence. When we find evidence items, they will be shown on there, together with the information we have gathered about each one. We can question lords about the items we have found so far. Okay. Dear Father, we have arrived. Tana is nothing like Davern. The vast streets of Hagos expand endlessly. It seems Salia would love to get lost in here. The journey was tiring, but the views have compensated for everything. Zidani would have made your ears fall off with her questions if she saw the landscapes here. The cliffs and rocks span across the whole of Atana. It makes you feel very small. On top of all these rocks, there lies Hagos like a nest, looking over everything. Now I understand why they use a griffin as their banner. I'm really sorry for the last weeks we spent together. Hug Mother for me. Yours, Sulia. Yes, Tana can be very pretty, but also very dangerous. You don't want to be caught out in the whirlwind storms. We should reply to Ursulia. Tell her it's good to hear from her. Of course, what should I ask her about? I'm not sure. Maybe the girls have some questions. Of course, let me know when you're ready to write the letter. Alright, we'll start with you, sir. You have called for me, Your Grace. Tell me what happened during the wedding night. I don't know, Your Grace. I was only bringing food and drinks, like I was told. I'm so sorry, Your Grace. I swear I did nothing. By the gods, please don't punish me. I swear I didn't know these drinks were poisoned. I only picked them up from the kitchen and brought them to the ceremony. I swear I didn't know, Your Grace. I wasn't saying you did anything. We're just trying to get to the bottom of this. I promise I'm my family, Your Grace. I know nothing. But the dungeon guard might know something. He has mentioned he saw someone in the wine cellar that night. I don't know anything else, though. I swear. I believe that narrows our search, then. You may go, but don't leave Davern until after the royal trial. Thank you, Your Grace. Your Grace, my son, a disgrace to the family. I sent him to gather some brushwood in the forest. Turns out he's too dumb to find a way back home. You think he'd help us find him? I mean, there's no rush. I believe this should be enough to cover you off. I paid for losing my son? That's wonderful. Thank you, Grace. Greznya, go send all the other brats into the forest. We are getting rich. Oh, well, that was probably not the best choice. The sign of the Radovians at the East Post, Your Grace. There was nothing left behind. Alright, well. Go forth, General. Go forth, Stan the Mighty. Oh, wait, I gotta actually get up off the throne. Alright. To the dungeons. Anything you want to say? Oh. It would be very much in your interest that the deal doesn't go through. How could I do anything from behind these bars? I've got to say, whoever killed your king has put you in a difficult spot. You don't say. How can I help you, Grace? Tell me what happened during the wedding night. The servant said you saw someone? Saw someone? No, but I found this. Some kind of tooth, I think. How did you obtain this item? I was guarding the prisoners, Your Grace. Well, I might have had a drink or two with the other guards. It was time to celebrate, after all. I never left the dungeons, of course. Until the end of my watch, that is. What happened at the end of your watch? I was doing the usual check of all the cellars. Yes, a little unsteady, but that's where I found the tooth. Where exactly did you find this? In the wine cellar, Your Grace. I didn't see anyone going in there, though. Well, they probably crept in while you were busy drinking. I'm sorry, Your Grace. I really didn't mean for anything bad to happen. Can I investigate the barrels? No. Okay. Alright, so I assume there's something everywhere, like this. We got needles, which I don't know what needles are for. Can I take the paintings? It's been way too long since I played this. I remember you can start gathering stuff, I just don't remember what all you can gather. I would assume you can use these for something. No. Darling? I still can't believe Talus was poisoned. Could have been me. Do you think Thorsulia will be alright? Ivo seemed very upset. I'm sure she will be fine. As soon as we find out who's responsible for this, we can renew our treaty with Ivo. Who could have done something so terrible? Must have been one of the guests. We are gathering evidence. When we have enough proof, we will call the royal trial. Alright, darling. Let's hope it gets resolved quickly. I think I'll get some rest. I will not let you rest. Found some clues that might lead us to the person who's behind Talus' death. What have you found? This animal tooth is very exotic. This animal tooth is a very exotic thing. We don't have dragons anywhere near Davra. A guard found it in the wine cellar. Could have been from a merchant or someone who's dealt with big beasts before. Maybe take it to a hunter. See if he can tell where exactly this tooth came from. We don't have a hunter in the castle. I'll ask Audrey to put the word out that we're looking for one. That's all. Lord Sulia sent a letter. Our daughter has arrived safely. She seems to like Etana. I'm quite jealous of her. Etana is a beautiful place. Their castle is much better than ours, too. Hope she will learn her way around soon. I'm sure she will, darling. When you write to her, tell her I'm sending my best wishes to both of them. Ask her how she's dealing with all of these new things, and what has she been doing without her sisters. Of course. I don't want to write her a full-length book. I'll see what I can do. Thank you, my darling. I'll go to Council Chamber next. Table. Well, we got the tooth, which not useful right now. Oh, there's... I highly doubt it, yeah. Your Grace? Is everything alright, Sidon? Last week's events were quite distressing for all of us. I don't understand why this would happen. How could someone eat Smudge? Dusty is gone, and now Smudge is, well, Smudge is 6 feet underground. But then again, I couldn't dig that deep, so I just covered him with a rock. It's so boring here without Luli. You promised you'd convince her to stay. Is she ever going to visit us? Let's give her some time to settle in first, and then we'll arrange to bring her for dinner. Do you think she could bring Dusty? I don't think so, Satani. He's a cat. They don't like to be locked up in a cage for hours. I'll find a new pet before she comes then. I'm about to reply something to her. Do you want me to say anything from you? Oh, yes. Tell her I'm taking her bedchamber. Mother let me, or no. Tell her Sully read her diary. No, that's not right. I have very limited space, Pumpkin, so I can only say one thing? Yes. Oh, this is too big of a decision. I'll come to you later when I think of something good enough. Fine, don't worry about it too much. She will write more letters. But the first one is the most important. Well, come and see me whenever you're ready. But don't wait too long. Okay, gardens. Okay. I got it. Piece of paper. Appears to be some sort of letter. It has a map of the castle. It reads, find wine in cellar. Mix it with 7 drops of the substance in a glass. Be seen by no one. Looks like an instruction letter to whoever poured poison into Alice's wine. It's beautifully decorated with some flowers. We don't usually decorate our letters. It would be too costly. Maybe we can trace these drawings to the person who's written this. Yeah, I don't need to read it again. Okay. Yes, Father? Yeah, the wedding didn't really go as planned, did it? No, what happened was terrible. The wedding went fairly well until then, although Ursula's dress was rather embarrassing. I can't believe you chose that one for her. I'd never let you choose my dress. Well, we'll see about that. Your sister has arrived safely in Etana. She said you would love it there. I'm sure I would if I ever get to leave this castle. You'd be able to leave the castle if you behave better. Yeah, right. When you write to Luli, can you ask her about Ivo? What is he like? I just can't imagine having to leave here and live with some strange man. If there's any free space in the letter, I'll ask her. Thank you. Go to the bedchamber again. I'll go to the castle wall, but I don't think there's anything here. Could be wrong, but I don't think there is. Yeah. I didn't think so. Why can I not keep going? I don't know what that was about. It's short. I assume we're telling you about the letter. I lead on the investigation. Letter. Found this letter in the gardens. It contains instructions about pouring poison in a wine glass and a map of our castle. The letter seems to be decorated with flowers like in the olden days. How can we trace this letter to whoever wrote it? This is a very important piece of evidence, Eric. Ask the general if he knows of anyone who decorates their letter in such a manner. If he's available, he'll probably be at the wall. He's not right now, but he will be tomorrow. Well, next week. But to me, that is tomorrow. I mean, it's still today, this stream, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Ask her about herself. Why am I leaving? I just need to end the week. More supplies will cost to maintain to pay them. Some soldiers. Well, I gotta pay. Or do I? Yeah, I do. Everything's quite something. Quite something. So I need to get Hunter, I need to get to Witch, I need to get to do. Okay, talk to me, and then I'm gonna go talk to you somewhere else. Your Grace, a nearby river is dried up. The residents have been carrying water to their homes from a lake for days. Helped them with my horse, and now they have extra water saved for a few days. Made sure they knew it was thanks to the king. Well, thank you, Stan. I must talk to you now. Everyone else must wait. Because someone will probably want me to send Stan somewhere. Stan. Have a look at this letter, Stan. I found this in the gardens. It has a unique decoration. Do you recognize it? No, Your Grace. I have never seen such elegant writing either. I can ask around to see if anyone in the village knows anything. Do you want me to? Please do, Stan. Keep up the good work, Stan. Hopefully no one needs Stan. Alright, let's start with you, crazy man. I'm sorry for what I said last time, Your Grace. I cannot think straight sometimes. Thing is, someone is after me. But how can I find out who it is? I don't have a clue. If I tell anyone that I know, then they will know. And that is worse, right? I'm gonna send you to the prison, and then you're safe. You'll spend some time in our dungeons. I knew it. I knew it was you. Calm down. It's going to be alright. The guard by the exit will take care of you. I'll come and see you later. You called for me, Your Grace. I don't know. Would Lurs know? Would Lurs know about the tooth? Kind of need to speak to a hunter before I consider that. So, I've heard about spices. Heard that you've stopped supplying Bronk with some resources. Spices, I believe. I suspect you've been speaking to Etten. He trades my spices with process to get fortune dabs. Some call it Dipu Dabu. But it's most commonly known by the name of Oracle Dust. I've heard about Redovia. I can help if you aid me in return. Process? That's far away. What's Oracle Dust? It has medicinal uses, of course, but also recreational. Highly addictive. It's particularly popular amongst priests and the like. Something about spiritual enlightenment. Makes a lot of coin, but ultimately costs people's lives. I want no part in this. Shame I'm losing sales, though. Or no. Your Grace, I urge you to help me curtail Etten's plans. Do not buy any Oracle Dust. If you hear of anyone trying to sell dust, don't hesitate to put them in dungeons. If anything suspicious happens, make sure I'm the first to know. If you do the right thing here, be sure that my army will stand by your side when the war begins. 200 soldiers. I can also help with 6 supplies. Heard Etten is selling dust near Koski. First step in the right direction would be to stop their deliveries. You're right. There's no place for dust in Davern. Thank you, Your Grace. I've not seen any of that. You seen this tooth before? Since I can ask you multiple things. It's like a healthy animal, no holes or chips. I'm not sure what animal it could have come from. I'm not much of an expert on beasts. Okay. This letter's on very decorative parchment. Do you know where it could have come from? Decorations. Maybe it's more like a page from a book. Are you sure it's a letter? Yes, I'm sure it's a letter. I Can't help in that case. I know of no lords who illustrate their letters. Well, that's all for now. If we send a general Nakaski, he should be able to stop the sales of Greece. If we manage to do it without problems and we can show lords that we're on his side, he will aid us with his army and supplies. If we do this, though, we will probably offend Eton, and he will not join our banners. Well, I'm gonna be the good person, I guess. So I should probably speak to Lena. Because she gets us a lot of stuff. There's the daughter. Your Grace? I hate that Lusuria has left already. She looked very pretty in her dress. She would look beautiful in any dress. I already miss her father. When I have a wedding, can I wear the same dress? Of course you can, Stunning. Mother said Lusuria sent a letter and that she's fine. Have you already replied to her? Have you asked her about Dusty? I haven't asked her about Dusty yet. Can you please ask Lusuria about the cat, Father? Where does he sleep? What does he eat? Is he alive even? I can't promise anything. I can try asking her, son. Please do, Your Grace. Father, you promised to practice sword fighting with me, remember? Maybe you could try later today? Please? Of course, I'll see you in the gardens once I'm done in here. Your Grace, men with monsters on their banners came ravaging our village. They set our barn on fire. It wasn't long before the flames spread to other buildings. The village is still burning. Most of our supplies are already lost. Please send us some help. Here are some supplies. Your Grace, that is very kind. Your good deeds will spread far, I'm sure. Even if I'm doomed. Ain't that right, Audrey? We're doomed. I'm walking, Audrey. That's all for now, Audrey. Hello, Audrey. Hello. Hello, Audrey. Hello. Hello. Hello, Audrey. Hello. 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 Okay, bye. Oh, Your Grace. Feels safer in here. I don't have to worry about anyone coming after me. I have my friend here, and no one can come inside. Wish I'd just asked you to imprison me straight away, Your Grace. I'm glad you feel safer. You're right, no one's going to come looking for you. I owe you my life, Your Grace. Let me give you my army. I won't need them. I'll just stay here. You have an army? Yes, I know, but I couldn't tell them what's going on. Could have been one of them. Of course, you can stay here as long as you like, Pietro. Let the guard know if you need anything. Yes, Your Grace. Well, I wouldn't call 4 soldiers an army. But I'll take them. Yes, Father? Are you ready? Hey, that was good. Ah, I know. Ugh, too slow. Have you heard about Sidani? What happened? I told her she should find a pet that can actually do something besides being disgusting. She's been leaving bait in the garden since then. Nothing has been showing up, so I took one of the stuffed skunks from the hall and put it behind the bush. In the evening, I told her something took her bait. When she saw a huge skunk half her size, she panicked. She grabbed my sword. She could barely lift it. It was hilarious. She kept hitting that poor skunk, but it wouldn't budge. Poor Sidani. She wouldn't hurt an animal. Mother heard her scream. She came and ruined everything. Sidani actually cried when she found out that this thing was stuffed. Oh, Asalia. Come on, Father. You have to admit this is funny. I can't believe she would attack a skunk. She thinks she can fight because she keeps seeing you running around with your sword. I know, she keeps pestering me to fight her. You should end it here. I better check on Sidani. You Grace? Salia told me what happened. Well, I just got scared. I didn't know what else to do. It was dark out there and the eyes were shiny. I was worried you'd be mad at me for bringing monsters to the castle, so I just took Asalia's sword. I'm sorry I ruined your stuffed animal, Father. I hope you forgive me. Of course I forgive you. It was an old stuffed skunk. I was going to get rid of it anyway. You're very brave, but I don't want you running around with that sword again, alright? Fine, I won't. Alright, I think that's it. Alright. Should I lock the stables? Oh, I'm not thinking. I don't care about boosting contentment right now. Right now. I'll prepare Stan. I'll do the carnival just in case it helps. I feel like I just hurt myself doing that though. What's up, Bud? Your Grace, how's our investigation going? I found this animal tooth and this letter, but I don't know how it ended up in our castle. I prepared a table for you in the council chamber where you can inspect the items. We should invite and question the lords. Who knows, maybe we'll be able to learn something from them. Remember that they might not always tell you the truth, Your Grace. And while we're inviting them, we should try to form alliances too. Are you a hunter? Your Grace, my village has been raided by bandits. These scum are fiercer than any others. There have been casualties. They've killed an entire family. We're counting on help from your general, Your Grace. We should keep an eye on these bandits. Make sure Radovians are not raiding for their posts. They are locals. We should show them that there's no place for such behavior. I can't help. Rid your pitchforks and keep your eyes open. Maybe they won't show up again. Sorry, guy. A pleasure to meet you, Your Grace. And my biggest condolences about Talus, although I did not like him very much at all. Anyway, Loris has explained your situation to me. I believe I can help for something in return, of course. You see, you have something I want to give to my son. Someone, actually. Like your daughter, Salia, to marry him. I believe this would greatly strengthen our relationship for years to come. And as a start, I would lend you my army. 300, fully equipped and trained soldiers, all ready to stand against Rodovia. And along with the men, 4 gold and 5 supplies. So, what do you say? I will need some time to think this through. Oh, of course, darling. Take as much time as you like. Just remember that Rodovia won't be waiting for you to get ready. Is that a new pet you're holding there, Pumpkin? Your Grace? Your Grace? May I introduce to you the Stabber? Oh no. The Hedgehog. What is this all? Well, Father, do you know the tale of Hansen? Sure. See, I will turn the Stabber into a prince. A prince? Oh, it's not for me, Father. Once the Stabber is a prince, he can help me get Luli back. I'm sure she will like him more than Ivo, and she and Dusty can come back to the castle. Fine. Very well. Keep the Stabber close to you, but don't lose him. And don't stab yourself. It's not the Stabber. It's the Stabber. The Stabber is on a mission, and he is about to stab someone. At least she will be occupied. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. You and me both. Okay. I'll invite Grego, because maybe he can give me a hunter. I don't know. I need a hunter. That's what I... Why was I going behind that pillar? So now I have to talk about a possible no wedding that I don't want. Lady Lena came to me with a proposition. Asalia? She's still young. Thought we wouldn't have to think about it until after the battle. I know. I wasn't really sure what to tell her. She was offering her support in battle if we agree. We need as much help as we can get, but I don't want to let Asalia go yet. I'll leave this decision up to you, sweetheart. The first marriage went terribly. Oh, excuse me. I don't want to repeat that. She's going to have to get married at some point. I know this isn't entirely fair, but I don't want her to get married to a stranger. Find her someone more appropriate after the battle, I'm sure. That's a relief. It's hard to imagine losing 2 of my daughters in 1 year. You're not losing them. They're just getting married. I know. I'll invite Lady Lena and let her know what my decision is. I mean, I'll ask her opinion, but I'm against it. Yes, Father? Do you remember Lady Lena? She was at your sister's wedding. Yes? Why are you telling me this? Well, she asked me if you would like to marry her son. But before you throw a tantrum, know that I haven't given her the decision yet. Oh, I see. Guess I won't have much to say in this matter anyway. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I don't even know him. Do you think I want to marry a stranger? Is there anyone that you know and would want to marry? No. We need to find you someone sooner or later. You know how this works. I know. I just don't think I'm ready for this. No one is ever ready for this, Oz. Actually, no, I don't want to leave. I want to... She doesn't want it. We don't want it. No one wants it. We'll re-invite Lena and shut it down. I'm gonna end up dead at the end of this because I don't want to be bad to family. Where did I go? Dear Father, my husband King Ivo is very good to me. He has done everything to make me feel at home. I spend most of my days reading books and learning about Atana. King Ivo wishes me to grow familiar with their traditions. We start each day with a prayer followed by a rich, lavish breakfast. Later I learn more about the history of Atana and its geography. Last week I met Paloma, the king's mother. She's poorly, but King Ivo says he will continue his father's quest to find a cure for her illness. Yours, Lursulia. Ivo certainly wants his wife to understand their ways. I'm not sure I like it. We should ask Lursulia about something else. I'm not ready yet. Grace, I haven't found out anything specific about the decoration from the letter. But, Mel Pepper, thank you for the follow. I have not heard that sound in some time, so I didn't know what was going on. But thank you for the follow. But the word has it that the kings of the north usually decorate their correspondents to show off their wealth. Maybe some of our northern lords adopted this tradition. Thank you, General. Oh, thanks for hosting me as well. Thank you, General. If you find anything else, please do let me know. Alright. Bring Asalia next. Az, what are you doing here with this brush? Mother made me sweep all the corridors. Why? What did you do this time? Nothing. Az, tell me what you did. Nothing, I swear. Your mother will tell me what you did if you won't. I better start sweeping before she finds me. Oh, no, don't freeze. Happy Thursday, cat. Hey. Good to see ya. You sent a pigeon for me? I have. Welcome to our castle. I presume you have heard about our upcoming battle with Rodovia. I have, of course. Otherwise I wouldn't be here. I want to help. So here's my deal. I pride myself in my knowledge of art. My collection of paintings is the biggest in the kingdom. I own paintings by the most prestigious artists. Sylvek van Gogh, Manowski, Pisak. You get the idea. I heard very recently that you hold a very valuable painting. It would be perfect for my collection. The Stork by Sylvek van Gogh. Don't say anything yet. You haven't heard the rest of my deal. I can offer you 80 well-trained men and 3 supplies. Wow, that painting must mean a lot to you. Of course it does. It needs to vanish from this castle. I mean, it'll look better in my gallery, alongside the others. I imagine the painting is hanging somewhere, so I'll give you time to take it down. That is, of course, if you agree to my deal. I would like to pick it up personally, so invite me whenever you're ready. I'll get the painting ready as soon as I'm done with my duties. Fabulous! I cannot wait. I'll be waiting for the pigeon. Take a look at the drawings on this letter, Grego. Can you tell me anything about them? These plants look like Roman trees. These trees grant protection from evil witches and their curses. Many kingdoms use these trees to build children's cradles. So a lord who wants protection against witches and curses probably wrote this letter. Thank you, Grego. This is very useful information. I found this in my wine cellar. Can you tell me anything about it? You have beasts in your dungeon, Eric? You'd better find a hunter to deal with this. I think that's all. Thank you for visiting. I don't mind giving up a bit. Well, no, don't lag. No. My name is Olivia Grace. I come from the forest. I'm the leader of the cult of the trees in the western woods. I know I am probably not welcome here, but you are my last hope, Your Grace. I've asked all the neighboring villages for help, but they despise my god. In the middle of the forest, we have a sacred oak, and because of all the recent rains, the area around it has flooded. A stream of water keeps running all over its roots. We've tried stopping the water, but we don't have the appropriate tools. Our people need this tree to pray to, Your Grace. Without it, they are depressed and scared. I can't bear to see them so helpless. Please help us, Your Grace. Sure, you can take it, General. They'll organize someone to help you dig a ditch and for the water to drain. You can find us in the western woodland, Your Grace. I'll send my dearest prayers for you, Your Grace. Thank you. You're welcome. Hopefully you don't need the General. Your Grace, a traveling merchant here. I'm selling rather exclusive wares if you're interested. Silk, perfumes, books, and decorations. Whatever your royal soul might desire. Something tells you you might be interested in far more delicate merchandise, though. I have a knack for these things, am I right? Tell me more. Oh, how fantastic. You see, I have something very precious here. Satisfaction for the most disillusioned pleasure seekers. Some say it's a perfect cure for when you don't feel particularly inspired. Others may use it purely for recreation. It's very good generally if you're going through a bad spell, Your Grace. I have 1 pack of dust for just 7 pieces of gold. If you're tempted to grab another sack, I might throw it in for only 5 gold. That'd be 2 whole packs for only 12 gold. Now, if that's not a deal worthy of your royal bottom, then I don't know what is. I won't allow oracle dust in Davern. Your Grace, but there's nothing wrong with selling a few packs of sugar dust. What other pleasures were you thinking about? Oracle dust, I've never heard of it. How dare you lie to your king? My guards will take care of you at the exit. Alright, Aubrey. I'll be back. Actually, I need to send that pigeon, so just give me a second, Aubrey. Sometimes the lords are busy and you won't be able to invite them. Turn the show and radio next to the profile. Okay. Well, no one has one. Oh, wait. No, you do. That's fine. Alright. So we'll invite Lena back so I can shut her down. Solve that now. Run my face into the wall a couple times. I'm good at that. Your Grace! I can't bear this place. Please let me out. I didn't know Your Grace disapproves of the dust. I thought it was like any other consumable product. People get sick because of this stuff. Everyone who sells dust in Davern will be imprisoned. You'll stay here till Lord Lurs arrives. I think that's all I gotta do here. Yes. Aurelia. Darling? You made her sweep all the corridors in the castle? This must have been serious. Oh, Eric. She's behaving worse and worse as she grows up. She convinced one of our servants to practice sword fighting with her. Oh, gods. It didn't end well. The servant ended up with a huge cut on his cheek. You shouldn't let her play with swords, Eric. I know I shouldn't have, but I feel that if I had said no, she'd still do it in secret. I know, Eric. We need to pay more attention to her, especially now Luli is not here. She's not happy. And we're not responding again. And that's okay. And that's okay. That's okay. Alright. Oh, she won't talk to me. Alright, let's write a letter. And ask her about Dusty. Very well, Your Grace. I will write her a letter. We should anticipate a reply within a couple of weeks. The training grounds probably wouldn't be a bad plan. Although the stables... we'll do the training grounds, because having that early sounds like an intelligent choice. Craft will flourish, no man can stop. In the middle of the night we shall meet, for the dust spreads fastest in the sandstorm. Can you make any sense out of it, Audrey? I'm afraid just as much as you, Your Grace. Something tells me it's to do with oracle dust, though. We should pass this on to either Lurs or Et. It's your call, Your Grace. Alright, Lady Lena. You've called me for me, Your Grace. I'm going to ask you about this stuff first. Do you know anything about this? It was found in my wine cellar. Oh, yes. Oh, you do? I've seen something like this before. It's a charm necklace. It's an expensive thing. The bigger the tooth is, the more dangerous demons it can protect you from. Daemons, sorry. It can protect you from. I have a small one as well, you know, just in case. Many soldiers wear these as a sign of their strength, especially if they obtain the tooth themselves by defeating a monster. It brings them luck in battle. Where did you get yours from? It was a wedding gift from my father. Thank you, Lady Lena. Take a look at this letter. It has beautiful drawings of flowers all around. Do you know anything about it? Flowers. There are lords in my area that decorate their letters sometimes. Do you have your letters decorated too? Sometimes we do, Your Grace, but only very important letters, like wedding invitations. What do you usually decorate the letters with? Roses. We always have roses. It's a symbol of love, after all. I'm starting to get hiccups. Oh no. Well, we're soon ending anyways, but... Have you reconsidered my offer, Your Grace? I'm not sure if it's a good idea. Do as you wish. Good luck on the battlefield, where there won't be anyone to help you. And this is why we get information first. I've heard that Lena has made you a proposition. I must say it's good that you haven't agreed to it, Your Grace. But do not make the mistake. Do not accept her offer. This marriage cannot happen. It seems to me that you don't know of the curse that plagues Lena's family. Curse? They say that if her son does not participate in the act of marriage before his 20th spring, he will fall asleep and never wake up. Is there a way to lift the curse? There is. As Eileen is desperately looking for someone to marry her son, to lift the bane. The problem is, you can't completely get rid of it. If her son gets married, it is said that the spell will move on to the bride and she will die the following night. Are you willing to risk this? Thank you for the information. You're most welcome. I would strongly reconsider Asalia's marriage arrangement, though. Well, Ari refused. Your Grace, I come to you with a special request. To turn Stabber into a prince, I need to lift his curse. I've researched more into it. I think you're the youngest one of us who can read, Sidani. Well, I made Danica read it for me. I already love him as hard as I can. I squish and tickle his tummy all the time. But now I need to make him rich. Your Grace, may I please request 1 piece of gold? I'll pay it back, I promise. Piece of gold to make the hedgehog rich. Enjoy. Here, 1 piece of gold, don't lose it. Thank you, Father. Your efforts will not be forgotten. I also need to find a black rooster with a saddle. Do you know where I could find one? Oh, my pumpkin. I honestly don't know. That's fine, my king. I shall find one myself. Sure. Alright. So I need to re-invite lures. I wanted to do Masha next. I wanted to, like, clear this bottom row. I do need to invite Greg. I need to get that painting. That's something I forgot to do. Alright, so right in the stream after this one. But I'm going to get the painting before I forget anything else. I know there's paintings in here. I don't know why I left. Okay, I need to keep everything right now. But we'll be definitely able to get the stables next time. So we're going to leave that for now. End the stream. We'll be back tomorrow with the captain. What else? Nothing else, I don't think. Yeah, so we'll be back regular time tomorrow with the captain. Then we'll be back Saturday with my next attempt at something to fit into this 3 schedule, which will be the life and suffering of Sir Bronte. And then Sunday, I don't know what I'm streaming for sure. I might just repeat the captain because I've been itching to play that. But I also don't want to burn through anything too fast, so I might find something else, or I might just... I don't know. I haven't decided. We'll get there. But for now, thank you everyone for joining. I'm kind of surprised. Thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you come back again. But for now, farewell.